Level up.
Level up, 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 level up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Level up, 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 level up.
Hey y'all, it's me, Shonda Renee from Shonda's Corner, coming at you from WDRBMedia, the voice of the community, giving you double the information and inspiration. Today we are going to get into our writing tip of the day, which is brainstorm. When you're writing, make sure that everything you're thinking, you write it down. Even if it's different topics, that makes it even better because that way, no matter what you're thinking, you'll have everything laid out. Like me, myself, as an author, when I first started writing, I had two totally different ideas in my head. So I had to write one over here and I had to start an entirely different book. So there's no right or wrong way to do it. Just make sure everything that you're thinking, you write down, no matter how big or small it is, just write it down so that you will have it. And as you start to write and your creativity flows, you'll get to a place where you can either use it in that book, or you might start another one, or you might want to write a song, or you may even want to write a poem. No matter what it is, just make sure you brainstorm. All right, so we are moving on to the lock tip of the day. If you have locks, or if you are thinking of starting your lock journey, just know that shrinkage is expected, but only for a limited amount of time. So don't panic. Just go for it, do whatever you need to do to deal with it in your way so it doesn't make you feel a certain type of way by having that shrinkage. Just understand that it is a part of the process and it's going to be okay. Some people have a lot of shrinkage, some people have a little, some people have a lot. Doesn't matter either way. Just trust the process like they always say. Get you some jewelry or some headbands or whatever you need to do to make yourself feel okay during the process, but just go with it. Next up, we have our kid tip of the day, which is to draw. That's right, draw. Draw a picture or whatever it is that you would like to draw with your kids. That means get a table, sit down, everybody get a pencil. You can either pick a picture that you want to create off of or just completely freestyle. Whatever it may be, just get into it. You don't have to have a sketch, but sometimes it makes it easier if you have a sketch, but you can talk while you're doing it. You can share afterwards. You can share during. Drawing and other things that we can do with our kids, they open up an avenue to be able to, 1, get you all in the same place, 2, show your creativity, and then you're able to actually have a conversation in regards to whatever you're drawing, whatever you're thinking. It just kind of opens that door to kind of get that one-on-one time with you and your kids. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after the break.
Let's set this party off right. Players, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe, so clear. Look out. Showtime. Guess who's back again? Oh, they don't know. Gone time. I bet they know as soon as we walk in. Showed up, I'm wearing Cuban links, designer mix, Inglewood's finest shoes. Whoop, whoop. Don't look too hard, might hurt yourself. Known to give the color red the blues. Woo, shit. I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket. Keep up. So many pretty girls around me and they're waking up the rocket. Keep up. Why you mad? Fix your face. Ain't my fault they all be jocking. Keep up. Players only. Come on, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe, so clear. Look out. Second verse for the hustlers. Gangsters. Bad bitches and your ugly ass friends. I cannot preach. I gotta show them how I pimp get it in. First, take your sip, do your dip, spend your money like money ain't shit. Ooh, we too fresh. Got to blame it on Jesus. Hashtag blessed. They ain't ready for me. I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket. Keep up. So many pretty girls around me and they're waking up the rocket. Keep up. Why you mad? Fix your face. Ain't my fault they all be jocking. Keep up. Players only. Come on, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Hey girls, what y'all trying to do? What you trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe so clear. Look out. Everywhere I go, they be like, ooh, so bad. Everywhere I go, they be like, ooh, so bad. Everywhere I go, they be like, ooh, so bad. Now, watch me break it down like, 24 karat, 24 karat magic. What's that sound? 24 karat, 24 karat magic. Come on now. 24 karat, 24 karat magic. Don't fight the feeling, invite the feeling. Just put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? Tell me what you're trying to do. 24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe so clear. Put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe so clear. Look out.
And we are back. If you're just tuning in, make sure you go over to Get Twisted Punch and Shonda's Got Talent on Instagram and follow those pages. Those are our sponsors for today's show. Get Twisted Punch is a delicious beverage in alcoholic and non-alcoholic, whichever one you need. If you need it for the baby shower, if you need it for the wedding reception, we got you. Go over to Shonda's Got Talent and make sure you follow that on Instagram and Facebook. Shonda's Got Talent is an enterprise for writing tips. Again, we got punch. Anything you need, really, we pretty much got it. So go over there and check them out. So let's get into the health tip of today. Today's health tip is basically to just eat fruit daily. About 2 to 3 servings a day if you can. Fruit is good to help with weight loss. It's good to crave those sugar cravings. If you've ever heard an apple a day keeps the doctor away, it's very true. Apples are low calorie. You got fiber. They're gut friendly. Blueberries protect the heart. Kiwis are low calorie and the vitamin C is good for your skin. Strawberries, grapefruit, pineapple, the list goes on. Get you some fruit. There's so many different types and most of them are good for you. Some of them you have to limit it, like grapes, a lot of sugar, even though it's natural sugar, but just kind of take it easy on those. But they can boost your immune system, reduce inflammation, as well as be healthy for your heart. I'm going to share something that is personal, but I feel it needs to be said and awareness needs to be brought to it in regard to the health tip. If you know someone with pain, fatigue, maybe they're struggling with weight loss, they have a lot of joint stiffness, anxiety, the list really goes on. They could be suffering from fibromyalgia. If you are not familiar with it, please do your research. It's a very misunderstood diagnosis. Things are coming together a lot better now that more research is being done. Doctors are starting to understand it a little bit better. There is no cure, but there is treatment. It's very difficult to live with, but there are so many of us out there living with it. You have a extreme sensitivity to pain. You are tired all the time, every day, no matter what. You can sleep for 12 hours and still feel like you never slept. So if you know someone that has some of these symptoms, encourage them to get checked out, get some blood work for a rule out to make sure it's not something even more serious, such as lupus or MS, which mimic the disorder. They call it basically the invisible illness because you can't physically see anything. It's just the symptoms that people deal with that allow them to rule out and understand and get to a place where they know that it's something that they deal with. I've dealt with it for years. In the beginning years, I didn't even know I was dealing with it, but definitely if you're having any of those symptoms continuously, it's usually if you have them over 3 months, then it could be something going on. And it kind of is triggered by a traumatic experience like a wreck or an accident or something of that nature. So if you've had an accident or something that caused you to be in pain or to feel a little off, it could be fibromyalgia. I encourage you, please look it up. Get your own information, do your own research. And if you know anybody that is dealing with it, please be sensitive to their needs, because it is very difficult, like I said, to deal with this, to live with it. It affects the people around you. It's just an ongoing list of not that great. So that is our health tip for today. And while we are on the subject, I just want to bring up the Texas elementary school shooting. At least 21 people were killed. Our hearts and prayers go out to the families. I really don't like to talk about that kind of stuff because it really upsets me. And I don't want to take my personal feelings or emotions out on anyone because, nobody deserves for this to happen to them. Nobody should be doing these things, but they're continuously happening. So, let's encourage each other, try to love one another, and have peace. We'll be right back after the break, guys.
I never meant to call you in your sorrow. I never meant to call you in your pain. I'm the one who wants to have you laughing. I only want to see you laughing in the purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Only want to see you bathing in the purple rain. I never wanted to be your weekend lover. I don't want to be some kind of friend. Hey. Baby, I could never steal you from another. It's such a shame our friendship had to end. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Only want to see you underneath the purple rain. Honey, I know, times are changing. It's time we all reach out for something new. That means you too. You say you want a leader, but you can't seem to make up your mind. I think you better close it and let me guide you to the purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain.
see the glow on the window pane. I can feel the sun whenever you're near. Every time you touch me, I just melt away. Now everybody asks me why I'm smiling out from ear to ear, but I know nothing's perfect, but it's worth it after fighting through my tears. And finally you put me first. Baby, it's you. You're the one I love. You're the one I need. You're the only one I see. Come on, baby, it's you. You're the one that gets shut off. You're the one I can always call when I need to make everything stop. Finally, you put my love on top. Oh, come on, baby. You put my love on top, 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 top. You put my love on top. Oh, come on, baby. You put my love on top, 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 top. My love on top. It's you. You're the one I love. You're the one I need. You're the only thing I see. Come on, baby, it's you. You're the one that gives your all. You're the one that always calls when I need you, baby. Everything stops. Finally, you put my love on top, baby. You're the one that I love, baby. You're all I need. You're the only one I see. Come on, baby, it's you. You're the one that gives your all. You're the one I always call when I need you. Everything stops. Finally, you put my love on top, baby. 'Cause you're the one that I love, baby. You're the one that I need. You're the only man I see, baby, baby, it's you. You're the one that gives your all. You're the one that always calls when I need you. Everything stops. Finally, you put my love on top, baby. 'Cause you're the one that I love, baby. You're the one that I need. You're the only one I see, baby, baby, it's you.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. If you're just tuning in, this is Shonda's Corner Radio. I'm your host, Shonda Renee. We are going to get into a Name That Movie segment. On the Name That Movie segments, we basically give a line from a movie, and I want you to name that movie. But I don't want you to name that movie with the title. I want you to simply say another line from the movie. Now, we're going to get into some comments from social media. So if you too would like your comment read on air, then go to Shonda's Got Talent on Facebook and Instagram and follow those pages. And also go to Get Twisted Punch on Instagram. And you can also go to TikTok, Locked in My Lane. Leave your comment. If you give away the title, I will not acknowledge you. So please make sure that you give a line and not the title. So today's Name That Movie line is, stupid is as stupid does. We got from TikTok, Nelly 18 the Joker says, you never know what you're going to get. We got Who is Katana that says, anyway, like I was saying, shrimp is the fruit of the sea. We got a comment from Shane Eisenhower from Facebook that says, I was running. So hopefully you get the gist. And if you would like your comments read, then make sure you go to those pages and follow me and leave your comments, and they can be read on the next show. Now we are going to get into songs that jam, but Songs that jam, but are basically all the songs we listen to, and we listen, but do we listen? Do we get into it? Do we really hear what they're saying, or do we just jam? It seems like we just jam. So I just like to go in and grab a song and just look over it and say, you know what? Did she really say that? Or is that what he meant? So today's Songs That Jam is going to be Mary J. Blige, I'm Going Down. We're not going to get into the entire song, but we're just going to highlight some parts. So she starts off, time on my hands, since you've been away, boy. So I'm thinking, like, did he just go on a trip, or he at work or something, or what? But let's keep going. Let's see what she's saying. I ain't got no plans, no, and the sound of the rain against my window pane is slowly driving me insane. Then she goes into I'm going down, because you ain't around. Her whole world is upside down. So obviously, he must be gone for a little longer than she anticipated. So we keep going. She says, sleep don't come easy. Since you've been gone, everything's going wrong. Why'd you have to say goodbye? Boom. So obviously, he left her. He don't got time for whatever she got going on, and he don't really care how she feeling, so he out of there. So I don't know why she wasting time not sleeping, because obviously he not coming back, from what it sounds like to me. She says, look what you've done to me. She can't stop the tears from falling from her eyes. So she's just crying and going through it and going down, as she said, because he's not around. She just continues to go deeper and deeper into this hole of going down. So she all the way up under the ground by now. And she don't know what she gonna do, because she just don't understand what happened. Then she starts begging, talking about, please forgive me, baby. I'm so sorry. What did I do wrong? She asked him again, what did I do wrong? Please forgive me, baby, and come on home. First of all, if you got to do all that begging, then I don't know, dog. I don't really think it's worth all that. Like, you might just want to let that one go, because if you got to literally sit here and pour your heart out and cry and do all of this and all of that, and you don't even know what you did wrong, it's like, I guess I got to think, are you toxic, or is he just messed up? Like, what did you do for him to just walk off, leave you, and not want to be bothered with you anymore, and just leave you with all these questions? Because normally when you break up or whatever, you kind of know what you did wrong, or you know something's not right, or whatever the case may be. So I'm just really confused how she's just completely clueless as to what happened, what she did wrong, and feels the need to have to beg this man to come back. Because if you leave me and I don't know what's going on, and you ain't said nothing to me, I'm not going to beg you, and there is no home for you to come back to. So that concludes the Songs That Jam. But if you go to my TikTok, Locked in My Lane, you can see the full original conversation and breakdown of that song. You can do requests, and you can go through some of the other Songs That Jam. So we are going to move on to the message of today. Shonda's Corner message of today is, prayer really does change things. You just have to wait. You just have to believe. Think back to a time where you were going through so much, like you probably couldn't see your way out of it. No matter what you tried, what you thought, you're probably out of it now. And guess why? More than likely because you prayed or somebody prayed for you. It doesn't always seem like it is working out if it doesn't just happen overnight. But you got to remember that God's time is not like our time. So you got to hang in there. You got to keep going. You got to remember it's only for a season, and just ask someone for help. I know that's not always easy, but go to whoever it is that you may trust and get them to pray with you, pray for you, if you can't pray for yourself. Because sometimes we be going through it so tough, so hard, so bad that we can't even pray for ourselves. So that is Shonda's Corner message for today. Thank you all so much for tuning in to Shonda's Corner Radio. Again, I'm your host, Shonda Renee. We are WDRBMedia, the voice of the community. Tune in next week, same time, Saturdays at 10 a.m. I'm out.
Some say the blacker the better, the sweeter the juice. I say the darker the flesh, then the deeper the roots. I give a holler to my sisters on welfare, Tupac kids, if don't nobody else care. And I know they like to beat you down a lot. And when you come around the block, brothers clown a lot. But please don't cry, dry your eyes, never let up. Forgive but don't forget, girl, keep your head up. And when he tells you you ain't nothing, don't believe him. And if you can't learn to love you,
leave them. Cause sister, you don't need it. And I ain't trying to gas you up, I just call them how I see it. You know what makes me unhappy? That when brothers make babies and leave a young mother to be a pastor. And since we all came from a woman, got our name from a woman, and I came from a woman, I wonder why we take from our women, why we rape our women, do we hate our women? I think it's time to kill for our women, time to heal our women, be real to our women. And if we don't, we'll have a race of babies that will hate the ladies that make the babies. And since a man can't make one, he has no right to tell a woman when and where to create one. So will the real men get up? I know you're fed up, ladies, but keep your head up.
Ooh, child, things are gonna get easy. Keep your head up. Ooh, child, things will get brighter.
Keep your head up.
Ooh, child, things are gonna get easy. Keep your head up. Ooh, child, things will get brighter.
Hey yo, I remember Marvin Gaye used to sing to me. He had me feeling like black was the thing to be. And suddenly the ghetto didn't seem so tough. And though we had it rough, we always had enough. I huffed and puffed about my curfew and broke the rules. Ran with the local crew and had a smoke or two. I realized mama really paid the price. She nearly gave her life to raise me right. And all I had to give her was my pipe dream of how I'm out the mic and make it to the right screen. I'm trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. It's hard to be legit and still pay your rent. And in the end, it seems I'm heading for the pen. I try to find my friends, but they're blowing in the wind. Last night, my buddy lost his whole family. It's gonna take the man in me to conquer this insanity. It seems the rain will never let up. I try to keep my head up and still keep from getting wetter. You know it's funny when it rains, it pours. They got money for wars, but can't feed the poor. Said it ain't no hope for the youth, and the truth is it ain't no hope for the future. And then they wonder why we crazy. I blame my mother for turning my brother into a crack baby. We ain't meant to survive cause it's a setup. And even though you're fed up, you got to your head up.
Ooh, child, things are gonna get easy. Keep your head up. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Keep your head up. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easy. Keep your head up. Ooh, child, things will get brighter.
And to all the ladies having babies on their own, I know it's kinda rough and you're feeling all alone. Daddy's long gone and he left you by your lonesome. Thank the Lord for my kids, even if nobody else want them. Cause I think we can make it, in fact I'm sure. And if you fall, stand tall and come back for more. Cause ain't nothing worse than when your son wants to know why his daddy don't love him no more. You can't complain you was dealt this hell of a hand without a man feeling helpless. Because it's too many things for you to deal with. Dying inside, but outside you're looking fearless. While the tears is rolling down your cheek, you're steady hoping things don't all fall this week. Cause if it did, you couldn't take it. And don't blame me, I was given this world, I didn't make it. And now my son's getting older and older and cold from having the world on his shoulders. While the rich kids is driving Benz, I'm still trying to hold on to surviving friends. And it's crazy, it seems they'll never let up. But please, you got to keep your head up.